lot of boxing, a lot of sparring, all the physical training, running, lifting weights. That's beautiful. But you need to practice on what you have to do, and you have to box. So you should do as much boxing as possible leading up to the fight.
Who am I? You know, who am I to the people? You know, I have a kid now, like I said before. Honestly, it's just that fatherhood time. You know, I haven't yet spent much more time with my son as I would want to. And he'll understand that as he gets older. If I can see, like, how can I change and how can I give my son more knowledge rather than luxury things, then I'm gonna do that. You know, and the take back is really just about inspiring others like we always do, and grabbing everything, becoming a two-time undisputed world champion, breaking history, making more records, doing things that people have yet to see. And I'm just grateful to even be here, honestly.
You're hitting the bag, right? I see you hitting them when you walk. I want you to do like this. Boom, 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 boom. You keep boom, 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 boom. How long you can do that? 1, 2, 1, 2. A combination, boom, like punch. Boom, 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 boom.
And of course, hard work pays off. So this is where it shows. And yeah, man, I think that's the hardest part, though, is taking it all in. I think that's the hardest part, taking it all in. Because I want more. I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied yet. I need more.
What else more do you want? What
huh?
Is more boxing can give you?
I need to put my foot in their neck, Mike.
Oh, you want to hurt people?
I want to hurt them.
That's a good one.
You know what? You know what I love about you, Mike? Is that right there. You always wanted your foot on their neck. Yeah. And I love that because it's the best feeling, man.
That's what the believe it or not, that's what the people want.
Yeah, of course.
People want that.
Have you ever watched boxing and suddenly realized you're not just seeing a fight, but a whole strategic game unfolding? Like everyone's positioning themselves, not just to win in the ring, but to control the entire story? That's exactly what's happening right now. These clips started surfacing and they show something wild. Mike Tyson actually showed up at Teofimo Lopez's training camp, working drills with him, and even breaking down some of that classic peekaboo-style fundamentals.
I just say to God, I need your help here. Because I'm about to do something that you know I'm not built to do, and that's quit.
When you watch this footage, it's unmistakable. Iron Mike is right there coaching defensive reflexes, working slip and counter combinations, carrying that legendary presence of someone who dominated at the absolute highest level. This wasn't some quick photo opportunity either. These videos have been exploding across every platform, clearly showing Tyson sharing his battle-tested experience with Lopez as he prepares. But then things took an interesting turn. Following those training sessions, something unexpected happened. Tyson, who's never held back his opinions, started making statements about Shakur Stevenson. His comments came across like praise mixed with a serious warning. He acknowledged Stevenson's technical skills and ring intelligence while being brutally honest about what it really takes to handle someone like Teofimo at this championship level. It's that combination of recognition plus harsh reality that hits social media like a thunderbolt. When Mike Tyson essentially tells you to show respect, but don't get overconfident, that's the type of public statement that should wake you up fast.
Like, do you recognize this energy?
Energy is beautiful, but we need something to match it. We need some.
Can't nobody match
know.
this energy, Mike. Come on.
I know, but you're looking at it, and this used to be a space that you lived in.
There's no doubt about it. That's why I'm getting excited with the other opponent.
Mike's just an instigator at this point. He just wants to instigate it. I love it.
Yeah, but you know, I think the biggest thing about it though is that guys like yourself, legends, I call it, is you guys paved the way. And I appreciate the sport so much, but there was one thing that you had once said, it's like, the way I love the sport, it could hurt you though, because it could break your heart many times.
Oh, many times.
And that's what it's been doing.
Man.
You know, I love it, I love the sport, but my biggest thing now, my goal is not about, yes, the financial funds and all that, absolutely. Get paid, we risk our lives. But the whole thing is about making the fights happen.
Think about what it actually means when Tyson, the guy who completely transformed how intimidation and raw power work in boxing, decides to personally train a young fighter like Lopez. First off, it completely shifts the conversation. Everyone now knows Lopez isn't just putting in regular work. He's learning proven techniques from someone who's been through every possible scenario. Beyond that, it creates serious doubt. Tyson's peekaboo system focuses on tight defense, devastating counters, and perfect timing. That's exactly what you don't want to face if you depend on single power shots and explosive pressure bursts. Bottom line, Lopez coming out of those sessions is fundamentally different from the Lopez who went in. This puts Stevenson in a fascinating position. For anyone who loves the storylines, you've got this perfect triangle forming. Stevenson represents the smooth, defensive artist, Lopez brings confident, explosive power, and Tyson becomes the unpredictable mentor, secretly upgrading Lopez's arsenal. Tyson's careful praise mixed with warnings accomplishes something clever. It acknowledges Stevenson's abilities while suggesting Lopez might approach this fight with completely different tactics than expected. That kind of mental pressure matters because in major fights, confidence often comes from what fighters think they know about each other before the action starts.
That when you think the further you pull your hand back, the harder you punch, but it's not. Punching comes with relaxation, real good pinpoint accuracy punching. You can hit a guy with pop and boom.
Let's break down the technical side. The real substance of how Tyson's coaching could change this entire matchup. Shakur's biggest advantage lies in controlling distance, incredible head movement, and this almost scientific way of turning defense into offensive opportunities. He operates like a precision instrument in there, making tiny adjustments, perfect timing, and exploiting every opening.
And if you put in a 3, 2, 1, flags, yeah, follow me through, and have a good fight. 3, press, 1, 2, 3, back, flat, 4, wait, press. Yes, sir. Yes. Last 3.
Lopez fights more like controlled destruction with a game plan. Explosive power, unshakable confidence, and the ability to finish entire rounds with one perfect combination. But here's the thing about Tyson's peekaboo system. It's not about looking flashy. It's about making chaos work with incredible efficiency, tight guard, smart head movement, and counterpunch timing that's been perfected through experience. If Lopez picks up even pieces of that approach, he can press forward while staying much safer. That completely disrupts anyone trying to keep things technical and clean.
He's been in the ring before, he knows the in and out about fighting, and it's just that we had to transfer that because he's using his legs and elbows and everything, grabbing. So we kind of, I don't know, did a new foundation and made him more elusive. You know, made him more elusive. He throws his punches with just bad intentions.
Let's think tactically for a moment. Stevenson's perfect game plan probably looks like this. Control the distance, work the jab consistently, find better angles, and frustrate Lopez until he makes desperate mistakes. That strategy depends on Lopez getting impatient and creating openings through sloppy aggression. But what if Lopez now moves with cleaner head movement and throws compact counters at unexpected moments? Suddenly, Stevenson might not get all that comfortable space he's counting on. Now Tyson's guidance isn't magic. Nobody expects Lopez to transform into a defensive master overnight. But it could eliminate enough of Stevenson's comfortable range to force him into either risky counterattacks or messy exchanges he'd normally avoid. That makes Mike's warning comments more than just talk. They're a heads up that this chess match is far from over.
Good. Well, so you have to have a constant attack. You can't go out there toe-to-toe slugging. You gotta cut him off, chase him.
Mm-hmm. Cut the ring off.
Yeah.
I think he's got good footwork.
And he has good speed, too.
He's got great speed. He's got great power.
Step back and look at the bigger picture here. When Tyson makes cautionary statements about Stevenson, it's also brilliant media strategy. Headlines write themselves. Legendary champion questions, rising star, which gets fans, experts, and the fighters themselves all fired up. It's not personal, it's just boxing business. Veterans challenge younger fighters because it generates interest and it also forces those young fighters to sharpen their mental game. When Stevenson sees this across social media, he faces a choice. Use it as motivation to get even sharper, or let emotions mess with his preparation focus. True champions typically convert that kind of pressure into fuel. They transform doubt into extra training sessions and more intense sparring. History shows us that elite fighters use skepticism to add precision to their preparation, not let it become a distraction. This is where fans and analysts start getting creative. Could Tyson's involvement actually be calculated mind games? Might the Lopez camp be strategically planting seeds of uncertainty in Stevenson's head? It's possible. Boxing psychology matters as much as physical skills. Viral footage of Tyson personally coaching Lopez and sharing technical secrets becomes psychological warfare that forces Stevenson and his team to react somehow. That reaction itself reveals strategic information. Do they release their own training footage? Do they emphasize Stevenson's defensive mastery in interviews? The social media battle becomes another round to win. And we are seeing fresh training clips from Shakur's camp now, but let's be clear about something. None of this diminishes what Stevenson brings to the table. His tape shows elite-level movement, timing, and composure under intense pressure. He's defeated top competition by outboxing them systematically, and his team knows exactly how to maximize his natural gifts. Tyson's comments serve as a warning to stay focused, not a prediction of failure. Actually, when Tyson tells Stevenson to be careful, it's like a trainer reminding a fighter to respect every opponent. It's about maintaining sharp focus, and champions thrive on that kind of reminder. They convert it into discipline, and that appears to be exactly what Shakur is doing.
Tom, you got Tom. January 31st. Cool gonna beat your head. Put that in there.
Loosen up a little bit. Shadow boxing, get some sparring. Maybe about 8 to 10 rounds. And
everybody talking about Teo gonna win. Y'all all know that he gonna lose, bro. Shakur actually fight accurate people, like not bums. Like he fought Oscar Valdez. Tate pulled out the fight because he's scared. Ryan Garcia's scared. Like they all scared. Even Devin Haney. Shakur gonna stop him. This easy. That's so easy. Y'all already know the question. Shakur on top.
that was a good fucking job.
don't know. And he's like I said, your boxing get better by the hour, okay? Soon, you'll be undefeatable.
Niggas would all be just sitting back. Like, you saw him waiting though, right?
Let's have some fun with predictions for a second. Forecasting the fight is entertaining, but the real fascinating part is this human story. A boxing legend mentoring an explosive contender, while that same legend publicly analyzes a technical pastor like Stevenson. It's classic boxing drama, where past meets present, confidence meets skill, and the media amplifies everything. Come fight night, all this speculation and social media theater will either prove significant or fade into irrelevant noise. The actual fighting determines everything, but this build-up featuring Tyson's training footage and public comments has already made the story much richer. That's what makes it compelling.
It all works hand in hand. It flows like water, as Bruce Lee says. And let me tell you, Tyson Fury said it doesn't matter if he has Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee, and Mike Tyson training him. The fact of the matter is, all of those three combined are a novelty of the cuss style, of a boxing style that Mike knows like the back of his hand. And
what should everyone watch for when the real fight happens? First, pay attention to how Lopez moves after those sessions with Tyson. Look for tighter defense, less reckless exposure, more controlled entries. Second, see if Stevenson's like-old footwork gets disrupted. Can Lopez close distance more effectively, or does Stevenson create even better angles? Third, watch the psychological battle. How do both fighters handle early pressure? Those opening exchanges will reveal most of the story. If Tyson's influence shows up immediately in Lopez's approach, that becomes the narrative everyone discusses afterward.
Why was this the right fight for you, Teo?
The best fight in the best. And I think that since, after a tremendous performance by Crawford against Canelo, you see that type of fight and the magnitude it brings, you want to emulate it.
You could have fought anybody as well. 135, look for unification. For you, why was this the right one?
If you look in and around my weight class, I can't get the other big fighters to get in the ring. So you got to go to somebody who's willing to do it, and he was willing to do it, so now we're here.
What do you think of Shakur, his style?
Great fighter. Good fighter. He knows how to fight. He knows how to box inside, outside. He knows how to use his lateral movement. So I think that all those things I need in order to enhance my skill sets and also to challenge myself, because we can't say we are the best if we don't see it or look for it or even go out there and test it.
You've been critical of him, though, over recent months. I think you said he had the power of a 6-year-old at one point on social media. You did, yeah. You had a lot of tweets over that.
I don't even remember. Dang. I don't even know what I'd be doing.
But you seem to believe that 140 may be a bridge too far for him, a step too far for him.
Shakur was honestly the most flawless from 123 all the way down to 114. Since then, he's had his shares of victories. I think 135 was his top tier. 140, I think we just gotta wait and see.
Those first few rounds will tell us everything we need to know. When Tyson's coaching impact appears early in Lopez's performance, that's the story every analyst will be talking about later. Before we wrap this up, here's some perspective. Training clips don't determine winners. Reputation doesn't guarantee victory. Thorough preparation does. Tyson's involvement makes for compelling storytelling, dramatic and engaging, but it doesn't guarantee outcomes. What actually matters is whether those lessons translate effectively, whether Stevenson's team makes proper adjustments, and whether fight night performance matches the preparation. That's what makes boxing beautiful. All the discussion remains background noise until that opening bell rings and both fighters create their own story through action.
Already going up to the 40s. I was already at 40.
Yeah, for sure.
So you see that 10-pound gap. I was thinking I was probably going to move up to 47.
Okay, seeing me, you think I'm smaller in person, or like, what do you think?
I know nothing.
Okay.
I know nothing, man.
I think that was your angle with Lomachenko. Like, I felt like you knew how little Lomachenko was, and you kind of capitalized off of that.
This subplot makes Fight Week absolutely captivating. You get technical analysis, you get entertainment, and you get to watch young fighters developing under guidance from legends. Mike Tyson warning Shakur Stevenson after working with Teofimo Lopez creates exactly the kind of compelling headline that draws everyone's attention. So, get your refreshments ready, block out time for the fight, and prepare to enjoy the incredible, unpredictable, amazing spectacle that only boxing delivers. Who comes out on top? The actual fighting will provide that answer, but this build-up has already created a championship-level story. And if this breakdown entertained you, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you catch all our future content.